Can I get a little help?
I got you. Heads up.
Thanks. Heads up.
Thanks. Coming down.
Thanks. Look out below.
Hey, catch.
Thanks. Here you go.
Thanks. Hey, you, catch.
Thanks. Heads up.
Thanks.
Thanks. I knew I could count on the AQ staff. Now we can finally start that campfire.
Thank you very much to the Aquahunga staff for that opening. My name is Jason Toledano. I will be your MC for the Scouting at Home virtual campfire. Thank you very much for joining tonight. There will be songs, there will be skits, there will be one Daniel Day-Lewis reference, there will be items in the background of my screen that give you a glimpse into my personal life. Like how much I love bricks or something. Please stay tuned to see your favorite camp counselors performing tonight in our campfire, and then stick around for the second half to ask them some questions about how their lives are going in the Q&A. Up first, we have Becky Nastro from AQ singing a song, and then after that we have a skit from the Kiowa staff.
Ready? Okay. Beaver 1, Beaver all, little... What happened? I thought you were ready. I was ready. It's Beaver 1, Beaver all. Let's all do the beaver call. We're not Beaver 1, Beaver all, let's do the beaver call.
I'm sorry, okay.
Okay. Are you ready now?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Very good. Beaver 1, Beaver
all.
Are you eating chips right now?
Yes.
We are in the middle of a song. We're trying to perform for the scouts.
You're right. Okay.
Put it away.
It's right.
Sorry, guys. One more time. Beaver 1, Beaver all. Okay. You know what? If anybody else messes up one more time, I'm done. I'm leaving. Then you guys can sing it yourself. Okay? Okay. Beaver 1, Beaver
all.
That's it. I'm gone.
Fine, I'm leaving too. All right, me too.
Hey, Mom, I'm off to summer camp. All right. Did you pack your sunscreen? Oh, I thought you meant some scream.
After a long day of school, you know, the usual, sitting at my desk all day, video call after video call, I wanted to take some time to kick back and relax. I put on the radio, just to listen to some of my favorite talk shows. But I had this really weird issue. The stations kept overlapping each other, and just as I started getting interested in one thing, the station would switch, and something entirely different would come on. It sounded a little something like this.
Are you missing something in your life? Do you always find yourself unprepared? Do you like camping and hiking in the great outdoors? If you do, then join the Boy Scouts of America. Scouting today. It's a lot more than
A beautiful day on the parade field where the Kiowa staff are hosting Ranaqua. It looks like it'll be a very close battle today as both teams are very strong and led by two great pitchers, Scott DeLoso and Brian Worsby. Ranaqua will be at the plate first. Leading off the batting order will be
meatloaf, scalloped potatoes, and peas. And to top it all off, apple pie for dessert. Okay, everybody, take out those notepads and cooking utensils. Listen carefully, and you'll learn how to prepare a scrumptious dish that'll please that hard-working, hungry family of yours after a long day's work at
Fantasyland, where all your dreams come true. Hello, boys and girls. Today's story is an old-time favorite. It's about a little girl and her dear old grandmother who
is a dirty, rotten, no good, two-bit double-crossing crook. And when I get my hands on him, I'll pulverize him to a pulp, fit him to a pair of concrete shoes, and he'll never be seen in every territory again, even if the low-down, dirty rat is...
the next batter at the plate for Ranaqua. Here's the first pitch. It's a ball outside. The pitcher gets his signals. He winds up. Whoa! It's a hard fastball right down the pipe. Strike one. The count is 1-1. The pitcher delivers again. The batter swings.
the meatloaf into the pan to fry for about 15 minutes, or until brown. Now everybody, this next step is crucial to the success of your meatloaf. If you don't get it done correctly,
Oh, bash your head in and make mashed potatoes out of your face. Don't mess up or I'll send you to
the Boy Scouts of America. Just imagine the fun you'll have. Swimming, boating, hiking, and sitting around the campfire at night. Only you, the stars, the moon, and...
Little Red Riding Hood, said the wolf. What do you have in your basket? Well, Mr. Wolf, said Little Red Riding Hood, I have...
2 outs. Twins on first and second at the bottom of the third, and they're down by 2 runs. They've got to have a hit with this batter or they're...
the meatloaf will be burned. So everybody be careful, because burnt meatloaf can cause
a home run! And that'll put the Twins in the lead 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wow, what a change of events. This game has changed from a dull, typical pitcher's battle to an
afternoon of fun and adventure at the beautiful 10 Mile River Scout Camp. And remember, as the Scout motto states, be prepared to...
get your guts blown out if you ever double-cross me again. I'll put so many holes in you, you look like a screen door. No one crosses me except...
the Boy Scouts of America.
have struck out again. And boy, is the Kiowa manager giving it to the umpire. I can just imagine him saying,
My, what big eyes you have, grandmother, said Little Red Riding Hood. The better to see you with, my dear. And, grandmother, said Little Red Riding Hood, what big teeth you have.
Says the ump to Kiowa's manager as he throws him out of the game. Well, Bob, it looks like the only thing that can save Kiowa now is
the Boy Scouts of America.
And your piping hot peas. By now, your pie crust should be tender and flaky, just like
the wicked old wolf was about to gobble up Little Red Riding Hood. Then suddenly, the door burst open, and the woodsman said,
You dirty animal. I got you dead to rights right now. Mess with my girl, will ya? Well, no one messes with my girl and gets away with it. The only thing that can save you now is...
the Ranaqua staff.
your crisp apple pie.
Little Red Riding Hood.
And the Boy Scouts of America.
Well, that was very nice. I'm not supposed to be in that character. Hi, everyone. If you are joining late, welcome to the Scouting at Home virtual campfire. I'm Jason. I am your MC. You will be watching tonight's songs and skits put on by your favorite staff members at 10 Mile River and at Cub World in Alpine, New Jersey. If you stick around for about 20 minutes, you'll be able to ask questions to these staff members to see what's going on in their lives. Up next, we've got a cheer from our Alpine staff, a song from the Camp Kiowa staff, and a story. Stay tuned.
Bananas of the world unite. Peel, banana, peel, peel, banana, peel, banana, peel, peel, banana. Eat, banana, eat, banana, eat. Banana, eat, banana. Go, bananas! Go, bananas! Go, bananas! Go, bananas!
This song is not copyrighted, and that's why we're using it. Because it's not copyrighted. Copyrighted.
Is this thing on? When I was 1, I stubbed my thumb the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this
way, that way, forward, backward, over the raging sea.
Bottle of coke to soothe my throat, and that's the life for me. Boom, 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 boom.
When I was 2, I tied my shoe.
the day I went to sea.
I climbed aboard the pirate ship. The captain said to me, we're going this
way, that way, forward, back, a rolling a bowling sea.
I chewed some gum to soothe my tongue, and that's the life for me, me.
When I was 3.
Hey, Clarence, just jumping in real quick. Could we speed this up, please? We're a little behind schedule, and I'm like 6 days late for this Travis Scott Fortnite concert, so let's speed it up, if you can.
I climbed a tree. I climbed aboard the pirate ship. I went to sea, forward back, rolling a bone. See about the cooks.
What I would
No Soap Radio.
Forward back, a rolling a bone.
see.
Oh, didn't think we'd be done that quick. Thank you, Clarence. That was my dinner. Up next, we have some words from the Kiowa camp director, Scott DeLoso. Scott?
Imagine this. Each morning, your bank deposits $86,400 into your account for your use. Each day, whatever you don't spend, that will be taken away from you. Each morning, upon your awakening, your bank deposits another $86,400 for that day. The bank can stop these payments at any time. They can say, it's over. They can close the account and you will not receive any more. That being said, what would you personally do? You would buy anything and everything you ever wanted. Not only for yourself, but for the people you love. Even for people you don't know, because you couldn't possibly spend it all on yourself. You would try to spend every single cent. What if I told you this game is reality? Each of us is in possession of such a magical bank. This magical bank is time. Instead of $86,400, you get 86,400 seconds. Each morning, you receive 86,400 seconds as a gift of life. And when we go to sleep at night, that time is gone forever. Each morning, you receive another 86,400 seconds. Don't take this for granted. During this time, it might be easy to allow these seconds to slip away. When you look back, be proud of what you accomplished during these trying times. Do a good turn daily. Find a way to make an impact for the community, for your family, and for yourself. What will you do with your 86,400 seconds?
Thank you very much for that uplifting speech, Scott. I could not have said that better myself. Mostly because I don't have a copy of that script. If I just did that for the rest of the campfire. That's no longer funny. Up next, we have a member of the Ranachqua staff singing a song. Following that, we have a skit from the Kiowa staff. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Jazz from Ranachqua here, coming to you from my very, very hot garage in the sunshine state of Florida. I'm going to be singing you guys a song called Camp Roads. It's a parody of John Denver's Country Roads, and I hope everyone enjoys. Almost heaven, 10-mile river, Indian cliffs, endless trails that sliver. Life is old here, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing on the breeze. Camp roads take me home to the place I belong. 10 Mile River, nature mama, take me home. Camp roads, all my memories gather round her. Brave new scout, stranger to big water. sun he painted on the sky. Misty taste of slushies, beauty in my eye. Camp roads take me home to the place I belong. 10 Mile River, nature mama, take me home. Camp roads. I see the nuggets on a tray in the kitchen. The cooking reminds me of my home far away. And every time I leave, I get the feeling should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Camp roads take me home to the place I belong. 10 Mile River, nature mama, take me home. Camp roads, camp roads, take me home to the place I belong. 10 Mile River, nature mama, take me home. Camp roads.
Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. Fish and chips in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard's full. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, pepper, salt. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, pepper, salt.
It's What's Up With That Home Edition, taking up the issues of today with soul. Tonight, legendary Grammy Award-winning recording artist, J-Eazy. And now, here's your host, DeAndre Cole.
This morning when I got out of bed, had a big old cup of coffee and it cleared my head. Been on for a while, and that's where I'm at. But we can still jam on What's Up With That. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up without you?
We are so lucky to have rapper J-Eazy on the show. He has a new album coming out. Jay, welcome to the show.
I'm not gonna lie, this is weird.
Now, Jay, you have a new album coming out, and I understand that Drake is a feature on the album, correct?
Yes.
How was that working with Drake?
It was great learning under his tutelage. We can all agree that these are some tough times, and a little music can help.
Go on.
It was, let me tell you a little bit behind the scenes what happened.
Behind the scenes.
Right. If you could actually hear them if you would let me talk.
Letting me talk.
I'm trying to tell you about when me and Drake
is amazing.
And I got to say, ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up without you? Yeah.
Woo! As you were saying?
Is this what happens every time on the show?
What you mean? Please share, as you were saying.
Well, I was saying that a lot of work was put into this album and a lot of behind the scenes work that I don't want to move past. I want to thank everyone that helped me construct this.
Helping me construct this.
It took a lot of effort. And a lot of last-minute planning to get this done with everything that's going on.
These times are crazy. And I got to say, ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up without you?
Well, folks, I'm afraid that's all for today. I want to thank my special guest, Jay Easy.
That's it? Whatever, man.
Until next time, on What's Up With That?
Hey, 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 hey. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Thank you very much. That was really funny. Scouts and families seeking activities.
Enable to rep.
Hello? Not now, Naeeb. Scouts and families seeking activities and a way to work toward advancement while indoors can check out scoutingathome.org, a new website and service launched by Greater New York Councils. Scouts can work on multiple merit badges on their own time in the Advancement Academy. This new service will be expanded over time to best suit families' needs. Following Cybertrip guidelines, please go online to scoutingathome.org for more info. Now, as we wind down, I would like for us to turn this campfire into a bit more of a reflective mood. Please keep that in consideration as we go into our final bit of presentations.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, oh, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own life. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
A prayer for our uncertain times. May we who are merely inconvenienced remember those whose lives are at stake. May we who have no risk factors remember those most vulnerable. May we who may have the luxury of working from home remember those who must choose between preserving their health and making their rent. May we who have the flexibility to care for our children when their schools close remember those who have no options. May we who may have to cancel our trips remember those that have no safe place to go. May we who are losing money in the tumult of the economic market remember those who have no money at all. May we who settle in for quarantine at home remember those who have no home. As fear grips our country, let us choose love. And during this time, when we may not be able to physically wrap our arms around each other, let us yet find ways to be the loving embrace of God to our neighbors. Amen.
Taps was played by Dominic, friend of Alpine Scout Camp. I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening in our virtual campfire. It was certainly a very fun time. In just a moment, you'll be able to ask questions to staff members, see what's been going on in their lives. But before we do that, our Scout executive, Ethan Drady, would like to speak with you for just one moment. Ethan?
Hi, Scouts. Hi, leaders. Hi, parents. It is really a pleasure to be with you this evening on this most historic virtual campfire. And I'm very grateful to the organizer of the campfire, but I'm also more grateful, even more so, to what you do every day for the Scouts and the explorers in your life. Scouts, I'd like to tell you a quick story about a young man that lived a long time ago. There lived a poor farmer and who was out working in his fields when he heard a cry for help. He went where the plea was coming from in the woods, and he found a boy who was caught up in the woods and could not get out. He worked his way through the woods, and there, with the help of some of his staff, found the boy and was able to free him. After doing so, the farmer went back to work in his fields and didn't think another thing of it. The next day, a gentleman dressed in fine clothing pulled up to the farmer's house, knocked on his door to have a conversation. Out of it stepped this well-dressed businessman who was the father of the boy the farmer who had rescued the day before. The grateful father wanted to reward the farmer for rescuing his son. But the farmer, as desperately poor as he was, would not accept money for helping someone in need. The nobleman still wanted to help reward the farmer for saving his son and was trying to think of some way to do so when the farmer's own son came to the doorway of his house. Seeing him, the businessman then made this proposition to that farmer: to let him take the boy and educate him. The farmer hesitated at first, but then finally agreed. Through the education that farmer's son received, he became a scientist. The boy grew up to be a very famous scientist who, along with other people, invented a very important drug in our world called penicillin. A number of years later, that businessman's own son was stricken with pneumonia, which was a death sentence to millions of people before the invention of penicillin. That businessman that was saved was Sir Winston Churchill. Each of us Scouts and explorers, as we live our own lives, will have opportunities to help other people and have to make moral decisions like the poor farmer did. As badly as he needed money, his personal code that he lived by would not allow him to accept money for helping someone else in need. If he would have taken that money, his son would not have received the education and the world would not have penicillin, which has saved hundreds of millions of lives, not to mention the life of Winston Churchill, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, who led England through the darkest days of World War II against Nazi Germany. The farmer died without ever knowing that this one small moral decision he made changed the world and saved millions and millions of lives. As you live your life, Scouts, never underestimate the power of doing the right thing. I'd like to thank Jason Toledano. I'd like to thank the 10 Mile River camp staffs. I'd like to thank the Alpine Scout Camp staff. I'd like to thank the staffs of Johnny Reeves Cub World, all of our staffs in Greater New York Council that helped pull together this virtual campfire today. I am very grateful that the Boy Scouts of America has donated more than 17,000 Scout neckerchiefs to those in need in our great city. I'm very excited about our new www.scoutingathome.org website. If you haven't seen it, Scouts, I invite you to check it out. If you're a Cub Scout, you can log on and do some badge work. If you're a Scout in Scouts BSA, you can do some merit badge work. We're very excited about working with the proper authorities. We're working hard to have summer camp this summer. We don't know what's going to happen, but I want you to know we're trying our best to do the right thing.
Thank you, Ethan. In just a moment, we're going to merge into our live stream session. Our question and answer session will be solely for the purpose of engaging with staff members in a fun manner. Silly questions are encouraged, but they must be scout appropriate. If you have any questions about logistical matters or coronavirus updates, please visit one of our websites so that you can find the contact information of a staff member who can help you separately. Please bear with us as we are going to merge this into a video call. See you in just a moment. Thank you so much for watching the virtual campfire. We are now live for our question and answer session. So we have some of the stars from our campfire here to answer your questions about how we made all of this possible, what's going on in our lives, what silly antics we've been up to since camp ended, all that fun stuff. You can ask a question by typing in the chat box on Facebook or YouTube. We will not accept any questions that are not scout appropriate or are about logistical matters. If you have any logistical questions or you want coronavirus updates, you can send an email to 640.camping@scouting.org. I'm pointing, even though I know that there's not a graphic here with that information. 640.camping@scouting.org if you have a logistical question or whatnot. This is for the fun of engaging with staff members. So when you are typing a comment, please say your name, what pack and troop you're from, who you're asking the question to, and then ask your question. This will help us make sure that you can identify yourself, you can direct it toward the right person, and we can have some nice communication going on. So first, we're going to open up by introducing everyone in our chat today. We have a couple of people from all of the camps. So we'll be answering the question, what have you been doing during the quarantine? Is there a favorite activity or have you learned something new? So I'm Jason Toledano. I'm the program director of Kiowa. And during the quarantine, I've been teaching myself how to ollie on a skateboard. It's taken me 3 weeks. And there's still children that are skateboarding right next to me in Riverside Park that can skateboard better than I can. So that's what I've been working on. Next person, Scott.
Yeah, hey, I'm Scott DeLosa, the camp director of Camp Kiowa. And I have learned something new, Jason, but I feel like you're going to be mad at me if I say it.
I guess we're this far in now, you have to say.
Well, I made fun of you for this. I learned how to play Fortnite.
You caved.
I did. I caved.
Didn't you text me the Fortnite joke during the thing? I bet you laughed pretty hard at that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Are you also a fan of Travis Scott?
Next person.
All right, moving on. Naib.
Hi, my name is Naib. This is I work at Camp Kiowa. This is going to be my 4th year, and one of the skills I've learned in quarantine is I learned how to juggle, and that's pretty lit.
What do you usually juggle an item?
Mandarins, tangerines. Sorry, tangerines. Yeah.
Nice. So does it only work with that, or can you do any other things? Like,
I guess I could do other items, but those are the ones that are the closest to me.
Got it. All right. We'll follow up with you later. We'll maybe even get a live stream. All right. Clarence.
Hi, my name's Clarence Duncan. I'm the Trail the Eagle director at Kiowa. So I started gardening, like window plants, but also I stopped giving my compost to the brown bins. I just started composting in my backyard, got a shovel, and I just turn it every day. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Good stuff, Clarence.
Smells horrible.
Eddie Cabrera.
What's up, everyone? I'm Eddie Cabrera. This is my 5th year at Kiowa, coming back as part of the admin team. Something that I've picked up while being at home from college. I've learned how to bake, so I made cookies from scratch. I don't know if it's showing. It's showing. Yeah, so I've been doing that because there's really not much else to do.
Nice. Do you just bake chocolate chip cookies, or is there a favorite version of cookie to bake?
I mean, that's the only one I know how to make right now, but we get it somewhere.
Okay, awesome. If you come to Kiowa this summer, you'll be able to eat some of Eddie's cookies, hopefully. All right, Jazz from Ranaqua.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazz from Ranaqua. A skill that I picked up this break is I started woodworking. Right now, I'm not very good. I'm kind of caveman level where I just pick up 2 sticks and kind of hit them together a whole bunch until something happens. But I'm working on it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Jazz. We have Becky.
Hi guys, I'm Becky Nastro. This is my 6th year. I work at Camp Aquahunga and I'm returning as handicraft director. Actually, I do spray paint art, spray paint the universe, and I learned how to do pyramids now on it.
Awesome. That's really cool. Spray paint the universe. Is that like a, could you explain more about that? That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, so we actually offer it at Aquahunga as an evening program. What you do is you get spray paint and you get a glossy paper. You get some garbage bags and you make textures on the planets with little cups or covers. You spray it over. If you guys know like the New York side of people doing those spray paint arts on the side of the road, that's what we do.
Cool. Do you make our universe or do you make a different universe?
You can make any universe your heart desires. Rainbow universe, galaxy, black color universe. It's all creativity.
Awesome. Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
Jocelyn. Jocelyn, you there? I think you're still on mute.
Hey guys, I'm Jocelyn from Alpine Scout Camp. I'm the camp director. And during this quarantine, I've been obsessed with watching cooking TikToks, and I'm slowly mastering how to make a bunch of cooking TikTok videos to show off my really good cooking.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Eddie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eddie Ackert. I'm from Ranaqua. I'm part of the administration team. My job has kept me too busy to learn any new skills during this time.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Oh, wait, did Eddie freeze? Okay. My mistake. Thank you, Eddie. I didn't hear your response, but I think everyone else did, so that's good. Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark. I work at Camp Aquahunga as the shooting sports director, and it's going to be my 3rd year. New skill I'm trying to pick up or real learn is how to play the guitar. After like stopping for like 6 years because of college. I really liked it when I was little, but I'm actually trying to pick it up again.
Cool. Have you been watching like YouTube videos, or are you just like trying to play along with some of your favorite songs?
I've been watching like a couple of YouTube videos because I really forgot like the basics now.
Okay, cool. That's the same way I've been learning to do skateboarding as well. So it's, it's a good method. Tyler.
My name is Tyler. I'm from Alpine Scout Camp. During this quarantine, I've actually learned how to use Photoshop.
That's awesome. Have you made any like memes or silly photos?
Yeah, I made a few silly photos, like baseball photos, and sent them to my baseball team group chat, so they enjoyed them.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Tyler. So at this point, we're gonna open the floor for some questions. We've already had some questions come in, and we'll address them to the individuals. It looks like a couple are for me. So how long did this take to plan and create? We had our first meeting about this on Friday, a week ago, and then pretty much everyone sent everything to me, and I edited this all in iMovie. I received everything pretty much by Tuesday, and it was up until kind of the last minute that we were putting this together. So we worked really hard to make this happen. Leonardo Del Rosario from Troop 662 says, how did you film the beginning when they throw the toilet paper down all the floors to the person who needs it? Becky, since you were a part of that, would you like to answer that question, please?
Yeah, no problem. So actually, me and Tom, we were collaborating and we saw like a TikTok, but also in my college, we did the same thing, but with passing water. All you have to do is either throw the toilet paper in the air and catch it and cut it. so it doesn't look like you're throwing it in the air, or have somebody drop it for you. And then you just drop it and then cut the video as well, and then you just all piece it together.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Becky.
You're welcome.
Great. Okay, so we have a question from Marcus from Troop 187. And I think this can go to anybody who has a good answer for it. He said he completed the hiking merit badge during quarantine. Congratulations, Marcus. The question is, what's your best recipe for indoor s'mores? So does anybody have a good indoor? Okay, Becky, sounds like you already have an answer for this.
So like, if you're not allergic to peanut butter, I really suggest taking the Hershey's chocolate and replacing it with a peanut butter cup. It's really nice. And I understand if it's like a really rainy day outside, if you have a gas stove, you can just put a skewer or even have like a stick from outside if you clean and sanitize it, and roast your marshmallow over that little flame, and then you got a nice gushy like a campfire outside.
Awesome. Thanks, Becky. Does anybody else have a good s'mores recipe or a nice quarantine recipe?
Yeah, Jason, I gotta say, I think a recipe for indoor s'mores sounds like a recipe for disaster to me. That's
certainly you have to be careful and not have open flames in a way that's unsafe. I always love to derail for a pun. Thank you, Scott. Does anybody have any other great quarantine recipes?
I got one for the s'mores, actually. It's a no roast kind of marshmallow thing. You take a marshmallow, you take some chocolate, mince up the chocolate, put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave so it melts nicely. Then you take some graham crackers, crush them up. Then you dip the marshmallow into the chocolate and roll it in the graham crackers.
Awesome. Thank you, Jazz. Any other recipes before we move on?
Yeah, I've done some really cool s'more casserole in the oven. You just take a tray and you lay all of your graham crackers as a base, put some marshmallows and chocolate, and put it in the oven for just a little bit of time. Make sure you keep an eye on it so the marshmallows don't burn, and you'll get a really cool casserole style s'more.
Cool. Thank you, Jocelyn. Lucas Del Rosario from Troop 662 asked, how did you put together What's Up With That? How long did it take you? Naib, can you please answer that question?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a parody of an SNL skit, and I saw it. They did like a Zoom version, and I was like, oh, I got to do that. And I just the first day I just called friends of mine who would want to help me be a part of it, and they said yes. And I got them to record, and we recorded it all on Zoom. And yeah, that's it. And then a couple of days of more recording and then editing it, all of it. So yeah, just about like 3-4 days.
Awesome. Thanks, Naib. That was that took a lot of coordination, that skit. When we ran the test run, we ran into a copyright issue actually because of the music. So we actually had to re-record some of the audio so that it wouldn't be an issue. So we put a lot of work into that one, and I think it really paid off. So thank you, Naib. And we also had Mary, Ian, Dan Monahan, Ian Deschek, Mary Zaradich, and then was there anyone else?
Pacheco.
Jordan.
Pacheco. Oh, how did I forget Jordan?
Jordan Hampton.
Okay. Yeah, that took a lot of planning. So thanks, guys.
Hey, Jason, while we're on it, Solomon wants to know, Naib, where did you get that suit?
Prom 2 years ago.
It still fits?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Good. You didn't get the quarantine 15, I guess, or something like that.
No.
Thomas Marley from the Kiowa staff asks Jason, can I teach you how to play guitar? Yes, Tom, I can teach you how to play guitar. Donna Encorvaya from Troop 76 asks, what is your favorite snack to eat while you're inside? So we answered a question that was similar to this, but I'll open the floor. Who would like to answer, like, what's their favorite snack? Hopefully it's something that's unique.
I had Frosted Flakes for the first time during this quarantine, and I love it. Well, name brand Frosted Flakes. Thanks, Kiowa staff. and the good stuff is great. I'll go back to mute.
Thank you, Clarence. Anyone else favorite snacks during quarantine? Anyone else favorite snacks in general?
Frosted Flakes with Oreos.
Nice.
It hit.
I do no bake cookie dough, so it's not raw because I love cookie dough so much, but it's with no eggs, so you can just eat it.
Cookie dough itself should have been the food before chocolate chip cookies were invented, because cookie dough is just such an important.
It's so good. That's why I got a recipe for like a edible cookie dough recipe, and I was like, well, there goes the summer.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Roman Schifino from Troop 201 says, is Carlos still with Trek and Garrett still in Trek? Because that's going to be kind of epic. What's up, Roman? Garrett may be returning this year. I'm actually not aware. I know that Carlos is not returning. A new director, Phil, who used to be the ATV guy 2 years ago, and you might have recognized him in Kiowa as the services guy driving around the truck. He's going to be running Trek this year. But we should still have some of those extra staff, like Garrett, back this year, hopefully. Okay, Marco Mantica from Troop 662 asks, how many merit badge opportunities are there at Camp Kiowa? There are pretty much the same as there were last year. We've added animation merit badge this year, and we've combined motorboating and rowing so that more people can take motorboating merit badge. So really excited about that. Pack 19 Staten Island held a virtual camp out. What do you do to get your camping fix? Man, bear. So what do you, so somebody on the call, you camp during the summer, but during the year, you probably don't have the opportunity to camp much. So those of you who do get a camping fix, what do you do to get like the outdoor experience? Do you go camping? Is there a park nearby that you like to go to?
I'll take this one if no one else. So at my college, there's an opportunity to work at like an arboretum, which is basically like a zoo for trees. And I snatched that up and I like walk around, I tend to plants and trees. I'm in my element. And whenever somebody walks by me, I'm like, hey, you want to know what this is? Because I got to use my eco knowledge somewhere. So it's on random strangers walking their dogs.
Awesome. Eddie, Eckert, or Jazz, do you guys do anything to get your camping fix during the year?
Yeah.
Usually. Go for it, Jazz.
Oh, sorry about that. So I go to school in Vermont. So there's this really big mountain right next to our school. So I'll just hike up that with a tent and just right at the top, set up the tent. That's
awesome, man. Eddie?
Something similar. Some of the guys from Rennequa that I know, Casey Rosen and Zach, once in a while we would go into the back of the woods in one of our houses, climb up the mountain there, just pitch up some tents, camp over the night, and cook some food for ourselves.
Awesome. We have Carter Adams asked, are there any CIT positions open at Kiowa? As of right now, we are full with CIT positions, but I believe there may be CIT positions open in some of the other camps. So all of the other camps, reach out to them because they have great programs that they run.
Jason, let me hop in here real quick. So all of the camps already have filled their CIT positions at this time. We really encourage you guys, if you want to be a part of camp staff, make sure that you apply to that early. It's definitely a big commitment. However, there are some other positions open for all the different camps. So if you have any questions, I would send an email to Kiowa at 10mileriver.org, Aquahonga@10mileriver.org, or Rennequa@10mileriver.org for positions at 10 Mile River. And maybe Jocelyn can give a plug for positions at Alpine.
Yeah, for sure. We're still looking for staff members at Alpine Scout Camp. Please feel free to reach out, send me an email, javiles@campgnyc.com. We're looking for CITs and staffers across the board. So please feel free to reach out, and we'd love to chat with you and have you at Camp with us.
Thank you, Scott and Jocelyn. Lily Seda from Pack 19 says, how come no one did the flipping pancake skit or the invisible bench? We tried to have skits that we could do from home properly. So rather than having people come together to film one where it might have been unsafe, we decided to try things that we knew would work with the format of a Zoom call. That's why we chose what we chose, but those, of course, are great skits to do, at another campfire. We have a question, Sultan Dervisovic from Troop 253. What's been your favorite video games to play for Sultan? It's Warzone. I gotta say, I think I lost my zest for Call of Duty. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League and Dark Souls. I'm a Diamond 2 in Rocket League, if that means anything to any of you. Let's go down the list for video games. Scott, what video games you've been playing?
Yeah, I've spent hours and hours on Fallout 4. Really had a tough moral choice at the end, choosing between the Brotherhood and I forget what one of the other ones to finish the game.
A really tough choice, right?
It was really, really tough, but that's been my biggest one.
Cool. Naib?
I don't really play video games. Only video games I play are 2K and Madden. That's it.
Nice. Clarence?
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. That's how I get my camping fix. Closest to outside I've got.
Nice. Eddie?
Pokemon Shield and Animal Crossing.
I can't believe those haven't been said yet. Thanks. Jazz?
You already know it's Skyrim.
I just stopped playing Skyrim. That's still good 10 years later. Becky?
Mine is also Animal Crossing and Cuphead.
Beautiful. Jocelyn? Jocelyn, are you on mute?
I wasn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I really don't play video games. I've been playing Word Scrabble on my phone.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Eddie from Ranaqua?
When I get an opportunity, it's either usually League of Legends or Legends of Runeterra, both from Riot Games.
Nice. Mark?
I've been mostly playing Red Dead 2, mostly online, trying to level up and stuff.
Cool. And then Tyler?
I'm a big baseball guy, so I've just been playing MLB The Show almost all day, every day.
Nice. That's awesome. I don't think I've played a sports game. What was the baseball game it was 10 years ago where you could get on smoke and then get on fire?
Backyard baseball?
It might have been that. I don't know. I love that game so much. Laura,
The Dig?
what?
The Dig? Isn't it called that? No, I forget it.
You weren't even one of our video game experts. Laura Panapinto from Troop 222G asks, what shows are y'all binging? I think this is a great show for everyone to go through. So I just started watching The Office again, and I'm in season 4 right now. Scott?
Well, clearly we're all we all have Tiger King as a number one, right? I mean, that is no. Oh my gosh! Can everyone please tell Jason he needs to watch Tiger King? But since that's been over for a little while, there's if you at all like any type of reality television, Netflix put out this show. Actually, let me not do that.
All right.
Yeah, Tiger King.
Naib, what shows are y'all binging that are appropriate for Cub Scouts?
I just started rewatching Seinfeld, so that's lit.
Nice. Clarence?
I've been watching I just forgot the name. The most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been watching it with my mom.
What is this? Like a live action Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, gosh, it's not that bad. It's the one with pendulum summoning. The kid's name is like Yuya.
Nice. Eddie?
Hunter x Hunter and My Hero Academia.
Cool. I haven't heard of those. What are they about?
They're animes, very different. Not really different, but like just it's a lot to explain. My Hero Academia is easier to explain. It's like superheroes. That's
Got
what
it. How close is it to One Punch Man? That's like the only anime.
Nah.
Okay. Okay. Jazz.
I'm watching Parks and Recreation for like the 7th time.
Nice. That's a classic. Becky, what you got?
I'm also watching and binging an anime, Fairy Tale.
Cool. Eddie?
I've been getting the opportunity to watch Inuyasha for the first time.
Cool. Mark?
I'm just getting back to it. I'm just rewatching all the seasons of The Walking Dead.
Cool. And Tyler, what do you got?
I've just been watching The Office again.
Yeah, that's great. This was an office sandwich. We had the office at the front and in the back. It's you can't go wrong. Antoinette Solari from Pack 6 says hi to you, Tyler. We remember you from Cup World. So that's Antoinette. You want to wave to Antoinette and say hi?
Hey, I hope you guys come back. Hope we see you over the summer.
Awesome. Vivi from Pack 414 says, hi, Jason Tortellini. My dad loved your birthday message. Are you doing more skateboarding or guitar playing? I am poorly doing skateboarding. I sat on my skateboard in the park the other day because I didn't trust myself to stand on it going down a hill, and I fell off and scraped my arm. Didn't feel good. And yeah, I'm definitely playing guitar. Eddie, Man Bear Mare says, Eddie, how are you on top of the building? So Eddie Cabrera.
The world may never know.
Is that still a commercial, the Tootsie Pop? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
No, Jason, you're old.
Don't worry, other people still remember that one, Jason.
I feel like that commercial should be on forever.
I agree.
Owls. Raynell Davidson says, hey, Tyler. You want to say hey again, Tyler?
Ms. Davidson, how are you doing?
Awesome. It seems like we have a little bit of we're winding down. We can take a couple of more questions. We've only got about 1 minute left. Before we receive any final questions, I just want to say again, thank you to everybody who stayed around for the question answer session. Everybody who watched the whole campfire, everybody on this call worked very hard to make that happen. Personally, I'm incredibly proud of the work that everyone has done. I think it came out really well. I think it's really funny. And I hope that you got the chance to laugh a little bit. Oh, the people in New York City right now are cheering for the first responders. Do we want to do a cheer also for the first responders? Because they're doing amazing things out there, doing the kind of work that, would definitely be definitely part of the Scout Oath and Law is, helping other people in the ways that they have. So thank you to anybody who is a first responder or is a family of a first responder that's on the call. This is during trying times, kind of molds your character and, shows what you really can do. So we have, I think, 2 more questions that we'll close it out on. We have Marco Mantica from Troop 662 says, hi, Jocelyn. I remember you from Alpine, and I hope to see you next time. Do you want to say hi to Marco, Jocelyn?
Hey, I hope to see you this summer.
Okay, good. Okay, so 2 more questions. We've got one from Skylar Chang in Troop 1 and one from Donna in Troop 76. So Skylar says, what's everyone's favorite merit badge? So we'll go down that list of people. I think my favorite merit badge is pioneering because I love knots and lashings, but the most fun one had to be like water sports. I love the water sports. Scott?
Yeah, clearly water sports, right? I mean, like riding the water skis. But I guess I'll say, I started my whole camp staff career on the waterfront, and just teaching swimming merit badge. As a 15-year-old CIT lifeguard brings back a lot of memories. So swimming merit badge.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Naib?
Hiking, because I'm not the best swimmer.
Nice. Thanks, Naib. Clarence?
I really like the Railroad Merit Badge. It's real simple. I like trains.
Awesome. Eddie?
Citizenship of the nation, because I had the most fun teaching it last year.
Cool. Jazz?
Actually, the weather merit badge. I'm a weather nerd. I'm studying meteorology. I like teaching it and helping you guys understand it. It's pretty complicated.
Awesome. How's the weather in Florida right now?
Perfect.
It's not that way in New York. Thanks, Jazz. Becky?
I have two because I can choose between them. It's pottery and metalwork. I teach both of them at Aquahunga Pottery because like you can really like expand on what you want to make with just clay. It's basically like just sand and dirt from the natural earth, but like you make cups, you make animals, and it's fun. And I really appreciate metalwork because it's like you're a blacksmith back in medieval times, and we do forging and foundering. It's really fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Becky. Jocelyn?
We don't do a lot of merit badges during summer camp because it's cubby.
What's your favorite activity?
But over the off season, some of the merit badges we offer that's really cool is basketry. We had a lot of fun doing that and and learning to weave the little stools. That was really, really cool. So I'm glad we got to do that with one of your staff members, Josh. He was wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you. Eddie?
For me, it's got to be leatherwork. I remember taking it for the first time and then teaching it for the first time. A lot of great memories with that. Just like being able to know how to just make whatever I really want out of leather.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like leatherwork is most everyone's like one of their first merit badges. It should just be required at this point. Leatherwork merit badge. Mark?
My favorite merit badge is the shotgun merit badge. It's I love teaching like scouts how to shoot, and when they actually make their shot and break the birdie, I like seeing their smile on their faces.
Yeah, certainly. I remember when I was a scout, it's a really difficult badge, and to accomplish that, it's a really good feeling.
It is.
Tyler?
I actually have two. I have nature because when I did nature merit badge, I was with Walter Buckner, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And of course, cooking because I like to eat.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler, Amaya from Pack 16 says hi to you. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, Maya. How you doing? Hope to see you this summer.
Awesome. Thank you. I think we have Ira Nagel, who's a TMR vet, TMR veterinarian in the chats. So hi Ira. I see you there. Just saying hello. For our final question, let's go in reverse order from what we've done. So the question is, what is the first thing you will do when the quarantine is over? Tyler, what's the first thing you will do when the quarantine is over?
The first thing I would definitely gonna do is definitely hit the gym because the gyms aren't open, and possibly go to a baseball field.
Awesome. Thank you. Mark?
First thing I would do is visit my girlfriend. I never seen her for like 2 months, and yeah, we both missed each other.
Cool. Eddie? Eddie Ackert?
I'm hoping to get up to the Mohawk Mountain House, enjoy some food up there with some friends, and do some hiking as much as we can.
Cool. Jocelyn?
I'm looking forward to go to camp. I haven't been to camp in quite a while, so that'll be fun, and hike around with my sons and daughter.
Awesome. Thank you. Becky?
I'm gonna be honest. I just want to go out and get some sushi. I haven't had sushi in 2 months, and I love sushi. So yeah,
Honestly,
I'm a foodie.
I think I might go with you, Becky. I think I need some sushi too.
Honestly.
Jazz?
Well, first of all, it's bold to assume that I'm going to leave the house at all until camp. No, I'm kidding. I'm probably going to go hiking on the trails when they open back up.
Cool. Thank you. Eddie?
Flying out back to Atlanta, where I go to school at, see all my friends over there, because like semester ended really quickly.
Yeah. It's going to be important to reconnect with all the friends after this. Clarence?
First thing I'm doing, I'm going to Union Square. I'm just gonna sit down and people watch. I miss that. I live like out in Long Island and it's just boring and it sounds like birds.
It sounds like birds. Wouldn't you love that though? Didn't you teach bird study?
No, I attempted it, but then you don't run into birds and then it's just nature merit badge.
Then it's waiting merit badge. Scott, what are you doing first thing after quarantine's over?
Jason, as a teacher, I can't wait to go back to school and get back with the students. I know a lot of you watching are at home and are working on distance learning and stuff like that. And I know that your teachers are there and they're missing you and they're waiting for you guys to get back. So much love, much support to everyone, and hopefully we can get all this back to normal soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. I think the first thing I might try to do after quarantine, the first big activity is I was supposed to go snowboarding in Utah, March, quarantine day 1. I was supposed to be going down that mountain. And then there was an earthquake and there was a quarantine, so I wasn't able to go. So I think I might try to go snowboarding after all this is up. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around, listening to the 11 of us talking about what's been going on in our lives. Really excited for summer camp this year. It's going to be excellent. We have pretty much all of our staff ready to go to give an amazing program. You are such a big support mechanism. Of course, camp would be nothing without your love and passion that you bring to us over the summer. So please keep those spirits up. We're working our hardest to make camp happen just as you remember it, if not, altered in some way. We're trying to deliver that same passion and all that. So thank you so much for joining today. Scouts who are looking to do merit badges, check out scoutingathome.org for that. And for everyone else, thank you so much. The video clips should be available on YouTube or our website after this, so stick around for that if you want to rewatch anything. But I will bid you all adieu. A wave from everyone, even though I guess my screen is the only screen that's showing.
Oh, but if we talk, then I'll show up.
Have everyone talk.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.
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 Hope to see you in the summer.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you this summer.
Want to see you at AQ.
Bye. Bye.